Right now, one can buy soda, as in Coke, Pepsi, etc., with food stamps. There are some in policy circles who want to change this, but there are others who don't want it changed at all. And by others, we mean the food industry. We're about to show you a clip of RFK Jr. in Arizona basically lobbying for a state house bill that would restrict sugary drinks from SNAP benefits. It's a very interesting speech. He basically makes the case that we have made for a long time, and that is we shouldn't be paying for sugary treats, not just because it's wrong to have the American taxpayer pay for them, but also because it encourages bad health. The number one most purchased item through SNAP is soda. Soda is basically poison. I mean, don't get us wrong. We love a Diet Coke. We love a regular Coke on occasion. But it ain't good for you, and it's certainly not nutritious. And SNAP is supposed to be about nutrition. But getting on the SNAP list of items that could be purchased via SNAP, we're talking about billions and billions and billions of dollars, is big business. And guess what? Coke and Pepsi and Frito-Lay and all of these companies work very, very hard to make sure their items can be purchased with taxpayer subsidized SNAP benefits.
And I want to challenge the press. If you find a legislature or a political leader in this state, go out and find one after this meeting who did not support the SNAP waiver legislation. Ask them why. Get them to offer you a rational explanation. I guarantee you they will not come up with one.
Not that there isn't an answer, of course. It just probably has something to do with who gave them money.
Why are we paying for sugar drinks that are poisoning our kids and giving them diabetes? If you want a Coke, God bless you, go get one. But the taxpayer should not be paying that in a nutrition program. This is supplemental nutrition. There are no nutrients in that soda. There are none. And why are we paying for that? We should be paying for healthy. We're going to pay for it twice. We're going to pay for it now, and then we're going to pay for it with the diabetes bills later on.
And this is another part of this important policy equation. People who spend their lifetime drinking soda, eating candy, subsidized by American taxpayers, may eventually develop serious chronic diseases. And those chronic diseases must then be treated. And often the American taxpayer is going to be paying for that as well.
Oh, ask them to give you a rational explanation and then sit there and say that does not make any sense. What is the real reason that you voted against this bill? And do your investigation and find out how much money they are taking from the soda industry. And you look at all of these public health groups like the American Heart Association.
On that specific note, check out this clip from last month.
I often say that I can never be surprised in this building, but for the American Heart Association to be against this bill.
SB 379 seeks to remove soda, candy, potato and corn chips, and cookies from the list of items eligible for purchase with SNAP.
My name is Alec Puente, and I'm the Director of Government Relations for the American Heart Association. I'm here to testify today in opposition to Senate Bill 379.
I would encourage you to look at what it restricts.
The Heart Association is concerned about potential impacts of this bill on participation and population health. Imposing nutritional restrictions will interfere with the primary function of SNAP, reducing hunger, without reducing root causes of chronic disease.
Right. The fact that the American Heart Association gets money from Coke and Pepsi and other companies like that has nothing to do with this position. It's all about making sure people aren't hungry.
That is, that oppose this legislation. How can they do that? Ask them, how much money are you taking from the soda industry? This is clear cut. There is no reason to vote against this bill except for sheer corruption, because you've been bought off through a system of legalized bribery.